Mandy, what a fucked up movie here. Hey everybody, John Franklin Reviewer here, and I'm back with another movie review, and this one is Mandy, starring Nicolas Cage. So what exactly is this movie about? Well, it's actually about this middle-aged couple who actually live peacefully in the woods. You know, they live like in a cabin or a trailer back in 1983. So no cell phones, no internet. So what is it that I actually liked about this movie here? Well, I'm going to start off with the characters. I'm going to start off with Nicolas Cage. What a performance this guy brings. I mean, there are times in this movie where he doesn't really speak a whole lot in this movie. I would say Act 1 a decent amount, but Act 2 and Act 3 very little on this one. But I gotta be honest with you, even just his looks, just his Nicolas Cage looks that only Nicolas Cage could actually do, really works out for me on this. It was interesting from how he goes from average Joe to like Rambo pretty much, and I thought that was actually kind of cool on that there. Another character I liked was the cult leader. I thought he was really interesting. I thought he was funny with some of his dialogue, even if he wasn't supposed to be or not. I thought it was very weird when he needed to be, and there's definitely a scene or two in here that it gets a little freakish for me, I gotta be honest. During that freakiness, I was thinking of Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lamb. That kind of gave me that there too. Let's see. The violence, oh my god, the violence and the deaths of most of these people that they do actually show. And I will give the director or the studio, whoever, just to show some of that blood that we really need in a movie like this. Kudos for sure on that one there. Like I said, violence was cool, deaths were very interesting. Now let's get to the dislikes. Well, first off, I want people to know it's a slow burn movie. I have it in the dislikes here. I don't mind slow burn movies. This is one of the ones that I feel like there's a lot more boring to it than a lot more entertainment when it comes to slow burn movies, because yes, you're letting a movie breathe, stretch it out a little bit more. This one takes a little too much. Honestly, this is one of those movies I feel like that they could have probably chopped off about 20 minutes. And this movie was 2 hours long, so I think this would have been more comfortable about an hour, 40 minutes. One reason why, because there's so much stuff they could have taken out, like the whole thing where the characters are staring at each other or staring in the distance or anything. And they do this like many, many times in this movie without dialogue and just background music. It worked for me at the beginning of the film, but then when they start doing this a lot more, going into Act 2 and Act 3, I'm just like, boring, come on, let's get some more action going on, let's get some more deaths going on and all that. And thinking about that, most of this movie, as another thing that really bothered me, was nothing happens, honestly. Things just, you think that something's building up to something, and then all of a sudden it just falls down. There was no payoff, there was nothing on that there. It was just like, you gotta be kidding me. And then the other characters, like your main character, Mandy, the people that was in the cult with the cult leader, I didn't give two shakes about these characters, honestly. I cared about those two characters. You're almost your good versus evil here, but everybody else, all your other supporting characters, was pretty much boring as hell. And like I keep talking about how slow this movie was, and it really was. There could have been more of something going on than what the hell we got on some of this stuff. And that's why I said that this movie being 2 hours was way too much for a movie like this here. Could have been a lot better, could have been, enjoyable more. But honestly, but here's the thing. I am still going to recommend this movie to people. I still think there were some interesting things about the movie that I would want you to see. That's why I'm trying not to go into spoiler territory on some stuff like this here. So I feel like I'm kind of being a little shady with it, and that's why, because I don't want to slip up and give something in case you do want to check out this movie here. And actually, one last negative before I get to my rating and get out of here is that we don't know anything about these characters, like background or not. Nicolas Cage we thought was just an average Joe. Well, how in the world does he go from average Joe to Rambo kind of thing? And it's like, I want to know, how does he know how to kill people? It just didn't feel like, it was just like he just happened out of rage of what he has to do in this film here. And I guess I was expecting a little bit more out of that too, and I wanted more of like these backgrounds about this cult a little bit more, maybe something more interesting, how they come together, something more with Nicolas Cage and his wife and all that. And it was just like, yeah, could have been a lot better. Now the rating on this, I am going to go 2.5 out of 4 stars. Thank you guys so much for watching another movie review here. If you enjoyed this review and you want to see future reviews, please subscribe. Please give me a like on this one if you really enjoyed the video here. And if you hit the bell, you'll get the notifications on that too. And give me a comment down below. Have you seen this movie? What have you thought about it? Or are you one of these people that you don't, give 2 shakes about this movie either? I'll be curious. So as always, guys, stay awesome.